Hopscotch, James Bond versus Tiger, Nintendo 64. Hopscotch 6th edition, joined first in MT8, skipped a few apparently, because we have had more than 5 MTs since 8.
As a tester.
Oh, a tester.
Hopscotch was a...
What you do when you're too scared to compete.
She tested probably 300 games in one mystery tournament based on a list I was looking at the
pretty
other
good.
day. So, and played a whole lot of DS games a couple years ago, so has that down.
But got 5th in MT9, so that's why they have 1 star. On the other side,
Yes.
Tiger64 wearing the cool flame shirt. Well, the 64 t-shirt. 0-2, unfortunately. Joined in MT17. Didn't go so hot. Ironic. But maybe it'll be better. This is a back 2 match. Which either means
That
they
means they
won...
already have at least one win.
Not necessarily, I think. I think you can end up in losers 2.
Oh.
Let's have a look.
I don't think that's true if there's not the round 0 thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Not this year.
Okay. So, Hopscotch007 won against Freeball in Bombastic, a puzzle game where you had to like figure out how to remove every block from the stage without removing yourself from the stage.
Yeah, that was a close race.
Then lost to Trambles in Gumball. What the hell is Gumball?
It's like precision platformer that Andy played one time, like 2 MTs ago, and I think there was an issue with the way it ran. But I think they made it work. I missed that race. Oh yeah, it's got a triple jump.
Triple jump. Gumball is an infamous 2DX song.
I missed Fuzzy's World of Miniature Space Golf. They actually raced that. Oh man.
What? I missed it too. Wait, was that restreamed? How could we miss that?
I know.
That's like our childhood. Not really. Tiger64.
No, we played it a couple weeks ago. If you would say our childhood is a couple weeks ago, then yes.
I'm still a child.
And then beat Zello in Old Towers.
Old Towers
which is
a very cool Genesis homebrew.
Yeah.
Kind of an ice slidey puzzle.
Yeah, with 2 characters. It's another game we played at one point. I think TPC subbed called Ninja Twins. That's similar but much harder. This is less of a puzzle game and more of an action game. Although people were complaining in the Discord that the levels after the goal get really annoying. I haven't played past them, but the goal at least is fun.
Yeah, that's our match. Do we have a prediction? Let's have a prediction. Prediction. Oh. Who won? Moore won. Right? I don't want to mess this up. This is important.
Yes.
Yeah, Moore won. I'll show this again. Of course I'm sure. Alright, congratulations to everyone who bet on Moore. Now you can gamble your money away even more. It's 2024 on the internet. Gambling is everywhere, so we're gonna have another prediction. Who will win? Is it Hopscotch007 or is it Tiger64? You have... I guess you have 5 minutes. Go! So just numbers-wise, should go to Hopscotch, right? But then you never know about the genre.
Yeah, this is kind of a classic that we have coming up here, so it's hard to say. This is a retro gaming game for sure.
Yeah, this is another one that we kind of play together, right?
Yeah, I think you watched me play through this one.
Yeah,
this game actually is a classic.
I played
like legitimately, I'm not saying that it's an actual normal video game. That we rarely see those around here, but this is one that is.
By play together, I did mean that you were playing and I was shouting instructions at you.
Yeah, you said, "Why would you jump there?" No, I'm decent at games like this. I wasn't that bad.
Yeah, you were actually. I was surprised. Which it sounds worse now that I've said it.
This is my jam. If it was all 2D platformer, retro 2D platformer tournament, I think I'd do okay.
Fortunately, not everything can be a retro 2D one-screen arcade game with Gobble.
Where you pick up a handyman like.
Yeah.
I think that's what I said in my original Gubble Pacement. I said genre was handyman.
Alright, the players are ready. The setup is pretty ready. Let's have a look. We have Castlevania Bloodlines. A Castlevania kind of spin-off, I guess, for the Genesis.
Yes.
Back when Castlevania was a game about running to the right and not all over the place.
Yes. We will be playing as the whip character. I'll add that to the goal. The most spin-off thing about this game is probably the way that the other character that we're not picking controls, because they have a spear rather than a whip. We're playing the more traditional character.
That's cool. Alright, I don't know who has audio, so we're guessing. How about here? Sounds good. Sounds like Castlevania.
Yeah, as like an adult Castlevania enjoyer with no
An adult Castlevania.
previous nostalgia, like this played all these games when I was already fully grown. I think this is one of the best.
Here we go. We're off with John Maurice. It's me.
Yeah,
Me-
that's you.
It's me if I was American.
Yeah,
Oh, my
Maurice.
name is John Maurice, and I like guns and whips. Right, here we go. It's like you said, it's a pretty classic Castlevania type. A very classic
Absolutely.
run to the right, mostly right, I guess. Kill everything inside, don't get hit too much. We are playing on easy, which we have discovered
Yes.
when you were playing, that it increases the damage we do to bosses and maybe other enemies significantly. Right? I think
I
that was
believe
the
this
thing.
might be the game where some girl coined the phrase "the final guy."
You're the final guy.
It's the final guy. Such a funny phrase. Yeah, so Hopscotch is being very careful, which is good, because you don't know. I would say, compared to the NES Castlevania games, well, I haven't played Castlevania 2, but that plays quite differently anyway.
Those stairs on the
Compared
left.
to even
Yeah.
Super Castlevania 4, this game's pretty easy on easy. It's not like a cakewalk or anything, but it's... I don't think you have to be super careful on level 1. Knockback is still a killer, though. You don't want to fall in a pit.
And skeletons
'cause
are
that's
still
an
goofy.
instant death.
Skeletons are always so goofy. We talked about this in a different game, but I mean, look at this guy. He's like, oh, I'm gonna
It's so
throw my
funny.
femur bone at you.
I think there's like a levity that retro games had that you just don't see as much anymore. Of just like they were just like honestly trying to make something cool, and it was also corny, and I just think it's fun.
Oh, here's the first boss. It's like a dog. He breaks the windows, and it turns out the glass will hurt you when it hits you. So you have to be careful,
will.
unless you're just standing where the pillar is and rip this guy into shape. Or out of shape, I guess. There's a clear for Tiger
Boom,
and a clear
both
for
of them.
Hopscotch.
Taking this guy out easy. So Tiger used the one special thing about this game, which is item crash. So
Item
the
crash?
Genesis controller has 3 buttons, and on this, one is whip, one is sub-weapon, and which uses those gems, by the way, not hearts in this game, but gems. They're exactly the same.
They went
but-
from one thing that isn't magic power to the other thing that isn't magic power.
I know.
Come on.
It's so funny. I don't think the passwords keep track of your remaining life. No, the passwords don't keep track of your remaining life count, because I got the passwords that I gave them off of a website. So, pretty sure that's not how that works. But, and I found the same ones on multiple sites, so. But, yeah, you do have limited continues, but you have passwords to go back to stage. We're beating through stage 3 in this. And the stages are long. You notice we're on 1-6 right now. And the goal is 3-8, and I think 2 might even go up to 12. So you go all the way to 2-12. And there's multiple bosses per stage, which I think is fantastic. But anyway, the item crash, which I was going to explain.
Yeah, you kept me in the dark for so long. I'm like, what the hell is an item crash?
I'm sorry. So you press up and sub-weapon, and you do kind of a special sub-weapon attack that uses more ammo. For the axe, I think it throws like 3 spinning axes forward. And like, they're like tall. Oh yeah, Hopscotch found some wall meat. I guess that's some Castlevania knowledge for you. If you know anything about Castlevania, you might find meat in the walls.
Wall chicken.
Yeah, because one thing about... he thought that was dangerous.
Yeah,
it does
me
look
too.
dangerous. It's just in the background. Yeah. Gee, excuse me. One thing that you might... Where was I going with that? I was going somewhere. Oh, the whip. So you get the things out of candles. If you're not familiar with Castlevania, you get weapon ammo out of candles. You get different sub-weapons, which will replace your currently equipped sub-weapon out of candles. Hopscotch currently has holy water, but they both do, actually. Which is not the best in this game. Holy Water's OP in some older ones, but in this one it's just fine. I think I'd prefer Axe or the Boomerang. Boomerang I think maybe is exclusive to this game. But anyways, you can also get whip upgrades. They both have the fully upgraded whip now, but in this game you can get an extra fully upgraded whip that gives you a special extra super powerful sub-weapon, but you lose that when you get hit.
A fuller upgraded whip.
Yeah. So if you see a blue dot in the upper thing where it shows their sub-weapon, then they have this special power. And like their whip shoots a laser. It's extra strong, but you lose it as soon as you take any damage. So it's hard to keep it if you don't know the game really well. I don't see that being a big factor.
It's this wacky snake. Look at this thing. It's like a wacky inflatable snake man.
He's going all over the place. So far... Oh, yeah, you can whip the ceiling. That's pretty important.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be important.
Yeah, there's one spot, at least in this game, where you need to do it.
This looks like a
Hopscotch
boss
is
corridor.
doing well. I don't know if she's played a lot of games like this. I mean, she's just played a lot of games in general, but when you've played a lot of MT games, you've probably played some games like this. I love this guy.
Yeah, this guy's crazy. So
There's a lot of really cool stuff they do with Genesis sprites in this game.
Oh, he lost one of his weapons.
The interesting thing about this guy is, like, normally bosses get harder as they get lower health. This guy gets way easier because he loses his limbs.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Oh, Hopscotch is...
There's
strapped.
the item crash. If you see that triple boomerang, yeah, that's the item crash.
This guy's lost all his limbs. He's gonna spit on you.
Yeah, Ernest Evans, another fantastic Genesis game. There's a boss later on that we're not going to see that's like fully 3D. It's not because it's Genesis and you can't do 3D on the Genesis, but it looks like it is, and it's pretty cool. Little guy made out of gears in the clock tower.
Now I want to see him. We should extend the goal. Sorry, you gotta fight. You gotta fight YOLO Macho now.
We gotta... Honestly, like a game like this, or like Alien Soldier or something, where we make it and just add in all the great bosses from Mystery Tournament, I think would be fantastic. Get YOLO Macho in there. Get all the classics. A level in Art of Balance where the things are like trying to land on you. This is a really cool reflection effect. I love this.
Yeah, what I really love about this is that if you look at the platforms, on the real ones, there's like, you can see the top of the platform, and then for the reflection they use the same sprite, but it looks like you can see the bottom of the platform because of the way the reflection works. It's so cool! Like, it almost seems accidental.
And it might have been.
Here, look on the right. From the top we can see the top of the platform, and then the reflection you can see the bottom.
Yeah, that is
So
so cool. So this is a difficult room.
Oh.
It's not that bad, and the stairs in this game, by the way, are better than in other Castlevania games. Like, you can jump off of them and land on them.
You're also pretty
that's
fast
not
on
a
them.
thing in older Castlevania games.
You're also pretty fast.
Yeah.
Oh,
But the water
Tiger64.
is constantly rising, and you really don't want to get left behind. Hopscotch is pushing it.
Hopscotch is, no, Hopscotch64. Tiger64 got a game over. As long as you still have continues, you reset to the same screen. But if you run out of continues, you go back to the start, right?
Yes.
Except on the last boss or something? I remember something weird about that.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I remember us being
I
surprised.
think they have... So we had them set it to 5 lives, which is the most that you can get by default, I think, and they're on easy. I think they have 3 continues, but well, I put the passwords, which are picture passwords, in the paste bin. So they have passwords to go to the beginning of Stage 2 and the beginning of Stage 3. I think this has maybe been raced before with just Stage 2, but it's not really enough of this game, in my opinion.
Tiger64 needs to attack this guy more. Was too focused on... Like, look at this. Like, so focused on dodging the guy. And then you get hit without any, like, getting any hits in. It seems like it will work out.
Yeah, the limb loss helps things.
Yeah, this guy's... Whoa!
Oh, the whip!
That was cool!
That was honestly... The grapple move is legitimately hard to pull off. That was impressive. That was a perfect grapple from Tiger64.
That was really cool, too.
And you're gonna need it later to cross a gap.
Oh, this guy's funny. You're like, oh, what is he doing? It's making it rain? That's not an attack. It turns out he's making the water rise.
Yeah, on easy, he's basically no threat at all. But on the harder difficulties, you really have to keep up, or else you drown.
But this is Grease.
This crow is the hardest enemy in the whole game. I lost health on that crow, like, nearly every time.
Oh my god, look at this guy. He's huge. You can just stand beneath him.
Yeah, you can duck in front of him.
Ouch.
And then after you beat him, he's got another phase where you can also duck in front of him.
I think it's a different guy.
Oh, you're right. I think it is. It's his brother who wears red.
This is the almost final guy, and then the final guy appears.
But that's not the end of Stage 2. I mean, Stage 2 is quite a bit longer.
Yeah, Stage 2 has the rafting section, right?
Yeah.
The stage goes on forever.
Like I said, I think it goes to 212.
Right, here's the guy. You really kind of need to figure out the safe spot, otherwise, yeah, this will just keep happening. Oh, Hopscotch got it. Didn't actually crouch.
Crouching in front of bosses is my #1 retro game boss strat.
Huh.
I always try that first.
You know how in some games you have like an attack that goes over small enemies? That's what this guy is. This guy is having the problems problem that we usually have.
Okay, the damage race is gonna work.
Yeah, didn't figure out
you can
the
duck
duck
in front of him and avoid that axe, but didn't have to with easy damage, which is good. This game is fun on the harder difficulties, but it's, you know...
The screen
not
got you a
blind.
few times, I remember. It's very
Yes.
hard to predict where you have to go, and then there's, of course, Medusa heads, while everything is a pit.
It probably shouldn't have got me a few times. I was being kind of bad, but it is... Oh, yeah.
Freddy, I think you did excellent.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Oh, didn't
okay.
get knocked back because I don't
Didn't
know.
get knocked back, which is nice. Maybe that's a difference on easy also.
Oh! The Medusa head came from a diagonal.
That's gonna be a game over, but I think that's gonna send you to 2-4.
Start? Okay, good.
Yeah, I think you probably have to press start.
We were biding our time there. Oh, Tiger, the water's rising! But also this guy is very dead.
So, when you game over, you lose your upgraded whips and all the ammo that you had, and your precious score, which is the most important thing.
Yeah, it's an old
big
school game,
blank.
of course there's a score.
But I think in this is a good place to start with a non-upgraded whip. Because this screen, it really doesn't matter. Medusa heads die in one hit anyway.
And Hops already has the upgraded whip, right? The red one? Is this the level 3?
Yes. I think there's 2 upgrades, and then the third upgrade is the super upgrade. The super upgrade is not in a lot of candles. It's pretty hard to find.
Alright, let's see Tiger64 versus Crows. These guys are like, they're not part of the script. Get out of here! You're not the boss. Not looking good
If
for
you leave
Tiger.
those crows... Oh, that's a whip upgrade there. Had to leave it.
Ouch! Absolutely
That
stomped on.
is a powerful stomp. Oh, this section is so cool too.
Oh yeah.
This game's awesome. I gotta play this tonight or something.
Did you see how it rotated? I didn't know the Sega could even do that.
I think it's probably separate sprites. I don't think it can.
I mean, Sega can do that super hang-on effect, which I don't think is sprites.
Maybe it's background layer or something.
Oh, wow.
Hopscotch destroying the column to give herself another platform. It's a classic John Morris move.
Ouch. Tiger gets absolutely stomped on again. He's gonna kill this guy and then be like, oh hell yeah, I killed this guy, and then... Oh you killed my brother! Okay, this does 2 damage, but only has 1 more magic, so yeah. I mean, maybe if he plays it
His
like
axe
super
gets-
safe and baits out
His
the
axe
jump.
gets stuck in the ground.
Actually, it's working out. Can't believe it. Oh, don't get... Oh, it's very close. Punch the guy away. Oh my god!
Yes!
What a clutch!
Yes!
1 HP for the whole second phase!
I love it. Hopscotch, I think she's now realizing you gotta duck and you can destroy the fire that comes out of the bone pillars. If you duck.
It's one of
to the
those games
bottom
where you
line
can
button.
destroy projectiles.
Yeah, probably not all, but those ones for sure. These bone pillars are really dangerous otherwise. They have a ton of health. That's just a thing in all Castlevania games. Bone pillars have like 4 hits.
Oh man, wall chicken time. Oh yeah!
Yeah!
Didn't look like
Wall
chicken,
meat.
but close enough.
Again, if you're wondering, well, how is somebody completely blind to Castlevania? Neither of them are probably completely blind to Castlevania, just, you know, everyone has different standards for what's... Oh, okay. For what's fully blind, and, you know, just in general, I don't think either of them have an advantage. They decided that, especially Hopscotch, rather than redraw the entire pool since Hopscotch has played so many games, better to just go
Oh,
with this one.
that's for the... And no guys left? No continues left, I think?
Oh, really? That would
One
do it.
continue left.
No, one.
Still one continue. Ooh, this is a long stage.
Yeah, well, that means you're definitely gonna want to, if you make it to 3, take the death, put in the password.
If you make it to 3, I don't see it happen, honestly. I feel
5 lives is a lot, but yeah, I mean, it's true. There's a lot going on in stage 2.
The one thing about Castlevania is that not all sub-weapons are created equal. And there's usually always one that is just plain better than all the others. Which is true.
This might be the end of stage 2. This guy might be the end.
This guy's crazy. This is the slime boss.
This guy only has a hitbox for the actual boss health in the head.
You gonna regrow
What?
his...
I had Axe here, which made it a lot easier.
Oh my god, he shrunk even more.
Oh, his head!
Bam!
Oh my gosh!
The slow-mo. Love it.
Destroyed!
And then oh man, I love this kind of stuff, where
He
you
sticks
beat the
his thumb
boss...
up like Terminator.
But yeah, like the boss like slowly explodes into 5,000 pieces. Love it. So good.
Okay, this is the end of 2. It's not quite as long as I remembered. I think Tiger could make this.
It's possible, of course, but
It's
still,
gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for sure.
like I think this would be a race decider if the Tiger64 doesn't do it. Like it's basically over.
Yeah. Well, and even then, Hopscotch is pretty far ahead.
Oh yeah, sure, but
Still has a whole continue. I wouldn't game over with a whole continue.
alright, where are we, ID?
We are at the Leaning Tower of Pizza.
We are indeed the leaning power of pizza. Spider-Man 2 all over again. Look at all that blood. They would never be able to get away
pizza, by the way.
with this SNES.
Yeah, the Bloodlines is interesting. You go all over Europe. Like every level's in a different location. Oh, here's the Super Whip. And that's the super sub weapon. Look at that thing.
Holy. That's pretty good. What the hell?
But Hopscotch will lose this if she takes any damage at all. Yep, well there it is.
Hopscotch has taken damage. This looks like Metal Warriors. That's what the game was called.
What are you talking about?
The NES game, where you like loop the screen. This seems like this would loop.
Not Metal Warrior. Why can't I? Maybe it is. Why can't I think of what it is?
Maybe Metal Storm? Is that a game?
Metal Storm.
Oh, here's the screen.
That sounds more right.
Here's the screen.
Yeah. You have to use the grapple.
Meow. Metal Storm. Yeah. Yeah, this is the screen where we were very confused until some girl saved us. Came in, was like, "Oh, this is easy. You're just gonna swing."
I said, "Don't you have a grapple?" I said, "Oh yeah." And that is in the paste bin, by the way.
Good. Does it specifically mention this room?
No.
Good. Okay. There was an attempt to dodge that. We're leaving. Goodbye. By the way, I pointed this out when you played this, but the UI has like a blue gem to show you how many gems you have. It says 19. But the blue gems are worth 5. Why isn't it a red gem then?
It's true.
That was
Okay.
unfortunate.
She knows. She knows about the grapple. That was not the right grapple, but I mean, you know, even just knowing that is huge.
The deadly side wave.
It is. It's a deadly. It's actually pretty impressive that because have you ever tried to throw like a piece of toilet paper or whatever?
I mean, maybe it's like magical Now just, you know.
I think it's all in the wrist. I think it's just technique.
Oh, this is a power jump. Oh no! Can't grapple the candles.
No, you can't.
Rest 0 for Hopscotch.
Yeah, I think since she has the continue, if she at least makes it to 3-5, if it were me, I'd be pretty satisfied with that.
That's true. Tiger64 on 1 life. And is right in front of the boss, I think? Big question mark.
Ooh, almost didn't make that. What'd you say?
I think Tiger64 is in front of the boss, but I was wrong. To the
Close
screen.
to it, for sure.
Oh my god, the Tower of Pisa is more like the wobbling Tower of Pisa.
Yeah, this is not looking too good. Man, that's like... Imagine if you were in a building and it was doing this.
Yeah, I'm out of there.
I can't imagine a greater fear, honestly.
Yeah. Also, impressive stuff for a Genesis game.
Yes, yeah. This must have been somewhat late in the... Because Genesis came out in '89. There's no way this is anywhere near that.
Tiger64
Old Genesis games are like usually pretty crappy.
Tiger64 is on the bus. Has still some boomerangs left, but also has a life left. And honestly, the boss doesn't do that much, I feel like.
Yeah.
Oh, it's already attacking the head.
You can do that. I mean, but as long as you walk to the left, this is a pretty
Bam.
non-threatening boss. There we go.
Very nice clear by
So
Tiger64.
Tiger64 is relatively new. This is only their second mystery tournament, and I'm a little concerned
Who they know
that
about?
he's not going to know about the game over.
Yeah. Do they know? I mean, I feel like they're gonna accidentally game over relatively soon, regardless.
Yeah, that's fair.
Man, one time I was in Italy, I went to the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and they made me jump up these like floating platforms to get to the top. It was really annoying.
I fully believed this was a real story until you got to the last sentence. It's so funny.
And then all these platforms started coming from the ceiling. They were random, which was really stupid because all those gargoyles started appearing.
Knowing that you can make this jump if you fully hold it is
Yeah, just the
prime
middle one,
knowledge,
right?
though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, killed it off screen there, and that one.
Leg reduction.
Luckily, it's kind of a double-edged sword. The big hitbox is bad because they'll knock into you really easily, but also you can hit them from really far away and like above you and that kind of thing. So they do know, Hopscotch and Tiger both know that the last stage is 3-8.
Oh. Oh!
Oh!
Gargoyles. Let's continue for Hopscotch. John Maurice, let's go. Oh, we're back to 3-6.
Oh yeah, so I guess it sends you back a little bit. There's like, I guess there's like secondary checkpoints. I don't know. I think this is still probably fine. I think at this point it's kind of Hopscotch's race to lose. She's really gonna have to make a pretty big mistake for Tiger to catch up, but you never know.
Mythical9 pointing out that Tiger64 did not intentionally game over, is on 0 lives right now. And it's unlikely to happen. Even more unlikely than the previous... Oh, okay.
There we go.
So that's a full game over. And as far as we know, it's gonna have to enter the password and restart from 3-1. And...
Yes.
There you go.
The password is obviously blank, gem, blank...
It's 6...
Eagle.
Do we have to enter all 16?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, many of them are blank.
Oh, it's like a Mega Man password.
Yeah.
Alright, we're going from Greece to Italy. Do you ever go to Germany?
I don't know.
The level after the goal is Germany. Oh man. Where are we going? Neuschwanstein? Oh, that's with military helmets on. Oh no. These are bad skeletons.
Neuschwanstein is a great setting in Gabriel Knight 2, the FMV game. There's like a whole thing about the history of Neuschwanstein.
Okay. Hopscotch is on 3.8. It's gonna collect some final thingies. Has 37 magic. But this guy is evil. So this guy will,
This guy is pretty tough.
yeah. The final guy.
I like this item crash axe move, although that normal axe should probably hit pretty well.
Yeah, I would go for normal just because you have way more. This boss will go into a phase 2 at like half HP or so.
Phase 2 is better, if I remember correctly.
Well, for the boss, as far as I know.
No, I thought... Really?
I forgot what it does, we'll
easier,
see.
but...
One
Yeah.
of the players is gonna get there and then we'll be like, oh yeah, this is what he does. Da-da-da-da. 3 lives for Hopscotch. Or I guess 4? Hold on. If you die once, you're on 2. Die again on 1. Die again on 0s. So that's 4 lives for
Yeah.
Hopscotch, I guess. 4 attempts. Ooh,
Oh yeah,
almost
you
jumped
can
off.
whip...
Oh, jumped off.
This is a lot of damage. Okay. It's alright, maybe a death there isn't so bad. That was a lot of early damage.
I mean, I feel like a death there is bad, because there's only 3 attempts left, and as soon as Hopscotch game overs completely, Tiger64 is in the
true.
driver's seat. He's gonna John Morris all the way up there. Hopscotch gets hit by everything! Wow, 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 wow.
Come on, you got this, Hopscotch.
Oh, the axes are doing work, but we only have 11 left.
Oh, this is 3-9. I made a mistake in the pace spin.
Oh.
Oh well. I said beat the red guy.
The right guy. He's red, he's a guy.
This guy's difficult to describe.
Oh, another death. And we're running out of axes.
Okay, half health.
How many can we
Yeah,
pick up even on the way? 4?
You get 10, I think.
10?
And it gives you the axe.
11. Wow.
11.
That's way more than
So,
you said.
Sarah pointing out that you can whip up and diagonally, which is...
Oh, that's what
yeah.
Hopscotch is doing. But by jumping, you're kind of in the tail. That's dangerous.
So the tail, when it shoots the things, doesn't have a hitbox, I don't think.
Oh, we got hit by all 3 of those. So you're saying like the horizontal tail
Yeah.
is not dangerous. Alright.
It's gonna do the whip here. Yep, okay.
7 more axes?
You're whipping.
These axes are doing work.
You can play a deck game. Oh, dodges them all! Oh!
Alright, phase 2. What will it do?
Moving.
Oh, it's bouncing! It's Ridley! Ouch. 1 hit! 2 hit! 1 more hit would probably do it! Oh, misses! Oh, it didn't do it!
Oh.
But there it is!
Okay. Okay.
That was a creep. Ah!
Wow.
And that's a dot done. Hopscotch007 takes the win with a 31-56.
Great race. Really close, honestly. Tiger is not far behind. It's a tough last boss, though. We'll see if Tiger... I'm honestly not 100% sure how many continues you get with this password. Hopefully you still have continues.
Alright, looking at the how often this was played, Castlevania Bloodlines beat stage 3 as... oh, that's the other character, as Morris.
I don't know if it's ever been played. This exact goal.
It doesn't seem like it. People are mostly playing as Morris, which I understand, of course.
Yeah, so the other guy has a big spear, and he's good, but it's just kind of different. I would say both characters are fun, though. Nice. Looks like we've probably got clean audio here. We'll have to see. Hello, Hopscotch007.
That's me. This was a video game? I thought it was all over when I died at the end of the auto-scroller at 3-7.
Oh yeah, I was concerned. I've forgotten that it starts you on 3-6 for some reason. It doesn't do that. For most of the time, it starts you on the same one you're on. I don't know why it does that there. And then it was a close fight with the red guy. Tiger64 is just now getting the red guy. Took a full game over on stage 3 and had to put in the password.
Oh no. I'm glad I didn't have to put in the password.
Are you a big Castlevania fan?
I wouldn't say I'm a big fan. Love the music though. I'm not a fan of the committed jumps.
You might have a little bit of air control in this one. I don't remember. Have you ever been to the Leaning Tower of Pisa?
I can't say that I have, no.
Well, now you have.
Was that it?
Oh, well,
Yeah, that's the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Where you were climbing up it? I get it.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what you do in real life too.
Yeah, that's what Maurice was saying. Last time he went, they gave him all those floating platforms.
Yeah, it's a little unreasonable, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know?
Yeah, these are tough times, you know.
Oh. See if Tiger can clutch this out, because there's 0 lives here. The bouncing phase, we thought was easier.
The bouncing phase was good because I could actually hit him.
Yeah.
The Ridley phase.
I felt betrayed by the special fire on the weapon in that fight. Because the axes all just go horizontally.
Yeah, the normal axe is much better than the item crash in that one. And Tiger64 clutches it out. What a race. Pretty close.
I'm glad I wasn't the lost one. No, wait, I am the lost one. Oh no.
We didn't even point that out. The race room is SRL-loss1. Each of you had 1 loss going into this.
This did not have an infinite continues streak, but we did have the passwords for the stages.
I noticed the password actually doesn't start you with 5 lives, starts you with 4, so...
Oh.
Better not to take the game over. But Tiger clutched it out anyway. Hello, Tiger64.
There we go. Hello.
Heyo, heyo. GG.
GG. That was something.
It was a close match. It was very close. Yeah, honestly, just close. Hopscotch was just a little bit ahead the whole time and stuck it out. That was a really clutch finish on that boss. That would have been quite a setback.
Yeah, there were a couple points earlier where I ended up needing to redo most of the room, but which certainly didn't help. But glad I was at least able to finish in a reasonable amount of time.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
had a game
yeah.
over on 3.7 right at the end of the
Oh
auto-scroll.
no. Yeah, I had one where I had to restart shortly into level 3, I think. But certainly could have gone a lot worse than it did. That's for sure.
Yeah, I thought it
Do you
went.
think it would have
I thought
helped
it-
if you had summoned 63 other tigers to help you?
Well, I mean, there's only one controller. I don't think having 64 people trying to play a single-player game would go very well.
It'd be like NCIS, where two people type on both halves of a keyboard.
We'll just make this a 2-player, 1-controller run, but 64 players, 1 controller, because that's definitely going to be better.
It would be difficult. It'd be difficult for sure. That's giving me an idea. Is that giving you any ideas for the mystery show, Roar? You want to force, like, everyone has to press the button at exactly the same time for an action to be executed? Do that like across the internet?
You probably have to do it like one of those, I forget what they're called, like mind meld things where controls like keep switching between players, so everybody's kind of got to be doing the same things, or
Yeah.
64
Oh,
would be
yeah.
Those have always seemed interesting. I haven't tried one of those. Whoa, hold on. I'm just watching the demo now. Spear guy can, like, jump up using the spear to, like, do a pole
Yeah.
vault.
Ooh,
Yeah, Spear
What?
Guy has
that would have been fun.
like a super high jump.
Why
We
aren't we
can, it
playing
honestly
Spear
it
Guy?
plays quite differently as playing a Spear Guy. We should do that the next time. So I think this was a loser's match. Unfortunately, that's your
Yep.
run, Tiger64. You had a tough opponent in Hopscotch coming in, but you got the win this year, which is nice.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm glad I was at least able to win around this year.
Yeah, what game was that in? Like, I don't remember now.
The game I won was something towers, old towers.
Towers. Oh yeah, that's a cool one. That was also a Genesis game. You played 2 Genesis games. That's weird.
I did. That
Oh.
was interesting.
Although Old Towers is, I mean, it's basically
Yeah.
freeware. It is Genesis, but it's not made in the style of a Genesis game.
It's a good game, though.
It is, yes.
Yes.
It was a lot of fun to play, and this was, I mean, it was an old school Castlevania game. It was about what you'd expect from something like this.
Definitely. I love some of the effects, the graphical effects that the Genesis does in this game with the like reflection in the water and the break in the columns to walk on them and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yep.
And Hopscotch, your next opponent is either the Gons or Quicklime, whoever wins that match by the 19th.
Ooh. Good opponents.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's true. Hopefully, I don't know, the Gons, I don't know much about Quicklime since they're new, but the Gons has that puzzle prowess. Difficult to come up on the Gons with a puzzle game, but you never know what you're going to get. Yeah, and I'm glad we didn't have to do infinite redraws, as you mentioned. Hopscotch here is one of the most prolific testers that Mystery Tournament has had. I was just looking at an old testing sheet to look at some comments, and I noticed Hopscotch had played like 298 games or something tested.
Oh,
that
boy.
way, so very,
Yeah, that
very
Yeah.
impressed.
That
Probably
feels
a
like
good
just
thing
one
we were-
MT.
it was the big
I
one.
feel like
though.
it was like 300 MT.
Oh yeah. No, that was just the one. Yeah, that was just during one MT. That was I think 15 or something I was looking at. No, it's crazy.
Guess we're lucky we got a playable one right away then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad it wasn't the, like, 5 other Castlevania games that I played.
All right, well, it was good to see both of you. And GG to Hopscotch, and just good match overall. That was really tight at the end. It was clutch on both of your boss finishes. So nice job on that.
Yeah, thanks for streaming and commentating, and GG Hopscotch. Good luck with your next match, whenever that may happen.
I'll do my best to win the whole thing for you.
You got this, I believe.
You got this. This is your year.
Thank you all for watching. But who's coming up with the next race?
Well, we've got a match in an hour.
Oh, where did this come from?
Hour.
I thought it was done. I thought it was free. No!
Well, that's up to you, Maurice. If you've been streaming for so long, I can take over in an hour.
Yeah,
maybe we can do a reject in the meantime. What do you think?
I don't know. I didn't know I would have to make
Maurice
this
wants to go to
decision
bed.
pretty soon, at least. I think you should take over in an hour. I think we can also just wait a bit, but you can also do a reject. I'm not your mom.
I just mean, do you want me to take over? I'll take over now, and we'll do a reject. That's what we'll do.
All right. Maybe I'll play. Maybe it's a good game.
I'll try.
Alright, I'm gonna get going. Thanks for streaming again. Good luck with the rest of the tournament.
See ya.
Let's see what we got. Any good matches? We got Half Beastie versus Toastfish. That's gonna be a good one. And Okami of Games versus Bungaboo.
For Hectate wonders if you sanitize your data sources before importing them. No, we don't, because it's a Google form that goes straight to a Google Sheet. I don't know how to do that.
I mean, sanitize is not the right term. Sanitize is something you would use for like cross-site scripting or SQL injection. And just long strings is more of a filter thing. And no, I don't. As you can see, I do not. I didn't know this would be a problem. But I do sanitize them. So if you put like a script tag and try to take over the dashboard by using that, it's not gonna work, sorry. I'm a good developer. So, ID, long day, eh?
I know. And I tested like 3 games before this, but it's been a mystery tournament day. It's good though. It's good coming off of holidays, getting back to the grind. We're nearly done testing, more or less, everybody.
Yes, submit some more games.
Game.
What, Dark Souls?
Yeah, we're gonna play Dark Souls. No. the reject game.
Okay.
Although maybe we shouldn't do it, because the issue is that it crashes all the time, so it's probably not great.
Oh, rejected because it blows up your PC, but the game was pretty good.
But it's a lot of fun, Yeah, here, I'll let, where is it? Okay. I'm just gonna let TPC handle that. They've been wanting to pull a reject for a while. So let me open up OBS here and we'll do the smoothest transition of the whole world.
Smooth? Are you sure? Do you think we have what it takes? Dun, 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 dun. I should play Okami again. I tried it once and I think I got to the first dungeon or something, I don't know. And I just got absolutely bored. It drags on.
Well, you're not really a Zelda dude, are you?
A what?
a Zelda guy. You're not really a Zelda guy,
I
are
think I am. I feel like I would have trouble finding more than like 3 Zeldas I haven't played.
Oh, really?
Let's see. I didn't play Majora's Mask. Probably the most popular one on the list of games I haven't played. And then
We should definitely for Majora's Weekly for Majora's Mask. That'd be fun. Although it's a pretty hard game to do like that.
I haven't played Four Swords, which barely counts as a Zelda, but whatever. And I haven't played the CDI Zeldas, but there we
Have
go.
you played Spirit Tracks?
I have played Spirit Tracks. I didn't finish it.
I haven't played any DS ones because I never owned a DS until like recently.
The Wind Waker, whatever it's called, the Phantom Hourglass. That's a good one. I can recommend that. I liked it more than Spirit Tracks. Spirit Tracks feels like they were like, oh, I mean, we did riding on a boat. What if he was on a train? And then no one thought about if that was actually a good idea. They did it anyway, and then we got Spirit Tracks out of that. I'm being a little critical. I'm sorry if you like Spirit Tracks.
All right, count me down.
Okay, and 3, 2, 5.